Hello! Happy Wednesday.
Hello.
How's it going, everyone?
Wednesday.
Yeah?
That's how it's going.
It's
Hump day.
Hump
Have you
day.
recovered
Humping our way
from
along.
Ellen Sphere Academy, Jane? How
Yeah,
was it?
how was that?
I've already suppressed all that traumatic memory. So, what Fear Academy? Who's Ellen? What's an evil within?
How was the popcorn?
It was good. I'm all out. No more popcorn. There will be
Aw.
no more popcorn.
I've got a packet. I should have brought
I want
some.
popcorn.
I'll save it for Halo Stream, but I've got a packet of pina colada popcorn in our
What?
house. Yeah, it was
Those are not two things that you can combine.
it's all coconutty and delicious. It's lovely.
We should
Yeah.
definitely have popcorn for the Hello Stream watch along.
Yeah, oh
We're going
yeah.
to be watching this crappy B movie. I understand it's crappy. Mike recommends it.
Yeah.
What if it's amazing? What if it's the best film you've ever seen?
Uh,
Well, then it'll be an evening well spent
it's
here on
called-
Outside Xbox.
It's called The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and I don't think there's ever going to be a good film called The Brain That Wouldn't Die. So yeah, it's
An
fun.
assumption on your part.
Yeah, right.
Yes, but today we'll talk a bit about Hello Stream a bit later on. But today we have a Google Translate game identification challenge. I
Right.
have basically, I'll explain this. I have taken the back of the box descriptions of a bunch of games, excerpts from the blurb, and run them into Google Translate to a variety of different interesting languages. And then retranslated them back into English, and it is up to Andy and Jane to try and identify what the games are. Now, Google Translate is a fabulous piece of technology, but it does miss quite a lot of the sort of nuance of different languages, and
Can't
sometimes the
capture
results
the
are...
infinite nuance
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
incredible
So it
rich
doesn't...
languages of the world.
Yeah, I don't know though, because I feel like the vocabulary on the back of game boxes, there's probably only 200 words that have ever been used on the back of a game box, you know.
It's
These
true,
are
but
all
are those 200 words
four-player
common in
co-op
the various languages of the world is the
online.
question.
Yeah, well, we'll see, I guess.
But yeah, anyway, so very interesting results, I thought. Sometimes quite funny.
Is it going to be like Sonic the Hedgehog?
So,
and
yeah,
stuff?
exactly.
Is it? I
What
mean,
is
I
French for
could probably
hedgehog? I
figure
used to
that
know
out,
this.
I reckon.
I'm sure I used to know this. But anyway, yeah, so it sometimes gets it a bit around its neck.
Did you know in French, Goofy from Disney is called Dingo?
Really? He's not even a dingo, though. He's a
No,
dog.
he's not. I mean, a dingo's a kind of dog, probably.
I suppose. A subset.
Sophie Patrick in the chat says, love the jacket, Andy. Tell us about your jacket, Andy.
Oh, yeah, it's got a skull on it.
Flaming skull on it.
A flaming.
Why? Is that your
It's-
gang?
Yeah, it's the. I don't know if you can see the back.
He's
Turn
got an
around.
even bigger
Let's-
flaming skull.
Is it another flaming skull? Another more terrifying flaming skull?
It's like my gang.
Oh no, has
Have
Andy
you pulled
kicked
out your
his
webcam
internet?
cable?
That's what I get for asking to see the back of Andy's jacket. We've just broken the stream. Andy doesn't have a back.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
He's back.
I mean, it's working fine for me. I can still hear you guys.
Oh, okay.
It's really weird that it broke at the second.
Yeah, it
we
looked like you
turned around.
rotated in your
It's-
chair and just pulled the webcam
it's-
cable out.
It's
But
like the internet doesn't want us to see what's on the back of
it's because
your
it's
jacket.
cursed.
I've still got my
It's a cursed
video
image.
feed.
Yeah.
and
No, we
I've
can
still
see you
got-
now. We can see you now, but it just
Okay.
froze for the duration of the time you were showing your back to the camera.
Yeah.
Can't be
So-
captured by cameras. I
That's
guess.
weird. Yeah.
It is a little bit frozen on mine, but we can hear you, which is the most
Well,
important.
that's the most important thing. It looks
Yeah.
looks right on the stream.
Ida Flores says the forbidden
Nope.
back.
There it goes.
The forbidden back.
What does Ida Flores say?
The forbidden back.
The forbidden back. All right,
That's
cool.
it.
So yeah, that's the gist of it. What we are going to do is I will alternate, and I will ask for your initial impressions, analysis of the text, and then I will also be alternating whose answer I ask for first to make sure it's fair, to make sure people aren't just jumping in
Right.
with immediate answers and things.
Okay.
So, are you guys ready? It gets harder as it goes along. So I've started with the easy ones. Gets harder as it goes along. Are you guys ready for your very first of these challenges?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog. You ready,
Yes.
Jane?
I'm ready.
Who you asking first
I'm
for this
taking
one?
it seriously, Mike.
So I will
I'm
go to
being-
Jane for
I'm
her.
Good.
I will go
Yeah.
to Jane for her initial thoughts
I'm well behaved.
on this first one, which
Okay.
is, and I shall read it to you now.
Uh-huh.
A mysterious and fascinating world that not only challenges your ability to adapt and survive, but is captured by powerful forces and hunted down by genetically mutated citizens. But also casts doubt on your values and commitments. Put in, do you exploit blank innocent citizens? Do you risk everything to save yourself or to be their saviour? and that is translated to Japanese and back.
Okay.
I've blanked out stuff that is too big a clue. So Jane,
Okay.
what's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is this could be literally any game
This is all
published in the last 40 years.
Well, this is the easy one, so yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, everything about it is super generic except for maybe genetically mutated citizens.
Okay, interesting.
So I think, we're going to have to hone in on genetically mutated citizens, because everything else is like values and commitment. Okay, values and commitment says RPG to me. You know,
Okay.
FPS doesn't care about my values and commitments. Only something that offers me choices, like an RPG, cares about
Okay.
my values and commitments. And when it's like, put in, do you exploit something, innocent citizens? Do you risk everything to save yourself or to be their savior? Says to me, this game gives you choice. Play the way you want to play. I can imagine the game
Okay.
saying. So it's an RPG. It's probably Fallout 4.
Andy, what are you getting from this?
From this, I think the genetically mutated citizens and the kind of binary choice in the outro. I think it's BioShock
Okay, interesting.
because of the genetic mutation, and yeah, do you save yourself or be the savior of the little sisters, right? That's
Okay.
That's what
All
I
right.
think.
All right. So I'm going to have to
The
press you guys
BioShock.
for your final answers. Andy, is that your final answer?
BioShock. What was BioShock called in Japan?
I don't know.
BioShocku.
Jane, what's your final answer?
Well, Andy's made such a strong case for it. Can I say Bioshock now?
If you like.
No, I'm going to go
Oh,
with
no.
Fallout 4. No, I think Andy's made a strong case for it. It might actually be Bioshock. But I think it could equally be Fallout 4. If you put that on the back of Fallout 4, it wouldn't be wrong. Where's
Okay.
the lie? Tell me where.
Shall we find out?
Yes.
Shall we find out? It is indeed BioShock.
Yes!
There you go.
Yeah.
Caught between powerful
Oh,
forces.
man.
It was the genetically mutated citizens that was the key clue there. Do you exploit the innocent citizens of Rapture to save yourself?
You had me worried there, Mike, with the you can change your answers to BioShock. I was like, no, that means it's wrong.
Well, you've got a point each. You've got a point each.
Why?
That's pretty good. That was the warm up though.
Why does Jane get a point?
Why do I get a point?
Oh no, you don't get a point. Sorry, yeah. I thought you changed your answer, but you didn't. Sorry, Jane doesn't get a point. No
Screwed
point for Jane.
myself there, didn't I?
Yeah, you could
What kind
have.
of scoring system is this?
It's an arbitrary one that is in an Excel spreadsheet that I've hastily cobbled together. Right. Okay.
Okay.
You ready for a
Wow.
question the
Okay.
second?
How
Yeah.
did the chat do on that one? I'm interested to know.
Let's
I
find
guess
out.
let's have a look at the chat. I think
Well,
Bioshock.
Angelique Joy Verata
Bioshock.
says chat 1.
Chat got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so chat gets 1 point as well if you want to.
Chat, if
Yeah,
every
why
single
not?
person in the chat gets it right, they get a point. If one person gets an
Gets it
incorrect
wrong,
answer,
then no points.
their chat gets no
All right.
points.
Well, then that would
Okay.
be a 0.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
I'm
sorry to say, chat.
Right. Question the second.
Okay.
This one is to Mongolian and back. He is ready to please his face as the 4 new jump hunters seek treasure and physical damage on the alien planet blank. Experience adventure and adventure in a huge and exciting world full of wild animals, psychological pirates, and a brutal dictator.
Oh my god, psychological pirates.
What's
know.
a psychological pirate?
I love it.
I don't know. I don't know. There are definitely some languages that Google Translate struggles more with than others.
Yeah, nice one, Google Translate. I'm pretty sure you lost the essence of whatever this game was about. He is
Andy,
ready
what
to
are your
please
what are
his
your
face.
initial thoughts, Andy? What do you reckon?
I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
Oh, ooh.
So should we
What's
should we go
jumping
to
out at
Jane?
you? What's
Should
jumping
we go
out
to
at you?
Jane first? Well, it's the I know what it is. I know.
Okay.
I definitely know what it is.
All right.
100%.
All right.
100%.
Oh, I see,
Jane.
but you just don't want to share your thought process because you think
Well,
you're
I'm
so
just
good.
because once I lay it on the line, it's going to be like, yeah, that's correct. That's the
All
correct
right,
answer.
well, maybe I don't want to discuss my thought process either.
All right, fine.
How about that? Dead
it's,
duck.
it's Borderlands.
Oh,
It's Borderlands because
Yeah.
I think Jump Hunters is a
Vault.
mistranslation of Vault Hunters.
Right.
It's four players.
Yeah.
Obviously, psychological pirates is a big part of the Borderlands experience. Alien
Bandits,
Planet.
right? That's gonna be it's
Treasure.
gonna be Psycho Bandits or something, isn't it? Like they call them psychos. And I'm gonna say it's Borderlands 2 because it says 4 new jump hunters.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
yeah.
So final answers, please.
Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2.
Okay. It is indeed Borderlands 2.
There we go.
I really wanted to put this one in because just the line "Get ready to joy puke your face off" felt like a challenge for any kind of translation.
What did it translate that to?
It translated it to "He is ready to
He's
please
ready
his
to
face."
please
He's
his
ready to please his face.
I feel like they
There you
lost
go.
the
That's
word
amazing.
puke got lost in the mix there somehow.
I like that it also. I like that it just says experience adventure and adventure. It decided that action was also adventure.
Adventure.
Google Translate, you got to work on your Mongolian,
But you were bang on about
Adventure
Psycho
squared.
my
Bandits.
dude.
You were bang on
Yeah.
about Psycho Bandits being
Yeah, good.
psychological pirates.
Psychological pirates.
So that is a point each for you guys. I wonder if the chat got that. I suspect they probably did.
Psychological pirate is what I play in D&D.
Yeah, it's true. Chat wins again, apparently. Borderlands 2. Lots of people saying Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying
Kristen
Borderlands,
Winston
but
says,
as
I'm going to call psychos psychological pirates from here on out.
yeah. But yes,
Hey,
well done,
Ninja
Jane, as
Snowman
well.
is a new member. Thanks for joining, Ninja
Oh yeah,
Snowman.
yeah. Luke T. Simmons says, "Can't stay for this challenge. Sounds fun. Got my Hallow tea, new Hallow Stream
Oh, nice.
teas available. And yeah, welcome to all our new members as well. Yeah, well done, Jane, for correctly identifying the new Vault Hunters that it was Borderlands 2.
That was a team effort.
That was a team effort. Chat's currently tied with Andy at the moment. I think Chat might win this. Strength in numbers.
Chat's not allowed to win.
Chat's a hive mind.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
You
true.
can't be
If I-
a hive mind.
If I were a Gestalt entity, I'd win.
Are you not? I am.
One day.
Right. Question the third. These are still the easy ones. You've got up to 6 is easy, and then it gets switched
Okay.
to
Oh,
medium.
wow, okay.
Right. How about this? This world doesn't need a professional hero. Become a blank. One of the last killer monsters for hire. Follow the Child of Prophecy, a living weapon capable of destruction that cannot be said. Travel through war-torn kingdoms and kill mythical creatures. Explore corrupt villages and sail to unmarried islands. Home to sea warrior clans. In a world in turmoil, your actions shape history. Jane,
Witcher.
what?
Witcher.
I feel like it is also The Witcher.
It's a Witcher. Wait, let's figure out, is it Witcher 1 or Witcher 2? Or Witcher...
I think it would have more like blank returns if it was Witcher
Yeah, true. Become a Geralt, one of the last killer monsters for
Yeah.
hire.
2. A living weapon capable
I can
of
tell you-
destruction that cannot be said. Don't
Living-
ask me to say the.
Given
the
that you zeroed in
destruction.
on the series, I can
Yeah.
tell you that actually the word that is blanked out there is not Witcher, but
Oh.
witch. It's just the word witch. Become a witch. One of the last killer monsters for hire.
Oh, you mean they
Oh.
translated
Yeah.
to
One of
witch?
the translations I did to a different language said become a wizard, which I thought was quite fun.
Become a wizard. One of the last killer monsters for
You're
hire.
a wizard, Geralt.
You're a wizard.
Come
Come
on,
on.
Google Translate.
Come on then. Okay, you both identified
Follow
it's
the
from the
Child of
Witcher series,
Prophecy.
but which Witcher?
Okay, the Follow the Child of Prophecy, isn't that Ciri? Isn't Ciri the Child of Prophecy?
Yes. Which
Which
Witcher
is-
are you going for?
Which Witcher
You
are you going
say-
for? Which Witcher?
Which Witch?
Okay, on 3, both hold up the number of fingers of Witcher you think it is, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ah.
2 votes for The Witcher 3. Those
Yeah.
are your final answers.
Yes.
And the answer is
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher 3.
Yay!
There you go.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Obviously, it got confused with Last Monster Slayers for Hire and decided that that meant Last Killer Monsters for Hire. Also,
I
it's,
want to play that game. I want to play a killer monster for hire.
it's somehow
My neighbour's
translated
giving me
this,
grief. I want to kill a monster.
this world doesn't need a hero, it needs a professional, to this world doesn't need a
Doesn't need
professional
a
hero.
Yeah, like the Tina Turner song.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was the Basque language, which you'll know is a group that lives around the Pyrenees area. I
Yes,
definitely knew that before I googled it earlier today.
It's the Western Pyrenees, right? Straddling the border between France and Spain on the coast of the Bay of Biscay.
Also, the translation of Untamed was unmarried. So there you go.
Oh, I thought that meant like travel to Virgin Islands or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
Untamed, apparently.
Untamed.
Cool. Well, we're
Okay,
getting
the
through
chat-
these pretty
The
quickly.
chat
these
seems
easy
to
ones.
be heavy on Witcher 3s here. I'm looking at it.
Good. Well done, chat.
Although-
Good job.
Roguish Paladin says Blood Rain, so I'm afraid.
Chat has lost.
Will be a zero.
You really let the hive mind down there.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm
Roguish.
giving them a point.
Chat, you can have a point also.
Cara Dennison says Google Translate is a mess. More than once I've seen it translate the anime title Space Knight Tekkaman Blade to Dexter's Season 1 to 5. Interesting. I do think it's not just taking the words and like directly translating them. It
Right.
does look for kind of context clues, and
Okay.
usually it gets them like hilariously wrong. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit of a mess, but it's pretty entertaining.
I bet it's got some element of like machine learning where
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly that, yeah,
Who
yeah.
searched for a phrase that was similar to this in this language or whatever?
I used to like Dexter.
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
It was good. Would you like another one?
So this
Yes,
is 4, right?
please.
Number 4.
Interesting.
May I have another?
Nice
All
and
right,
easy.
get ready, chat. Get ready to keep your perfect streak going.
Okay. Become the ultimate killer in blank descriptive edition. Travel the world of blank and decide if you will use superpowers or roll out a truly important task of murder.
The
Oh,
important murder task.
Yep. And that's been translated to Samoan and back.
Okay. Well,
Whose turn is it to offer their thoughts first? I believe it's Andy. Andy,
I
what are
believe
you
it's
thinking?
Andy.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I have no idea. This is quite short. There's not a lot to go on. Become the ultimate killer. I guess like Hitman, maybe.
Okay,
Is-
interesting.
is-
Interesting.
Just because of the sort of the ultimate killer and the murder.
Truly
I was
important.
thinking Hitman because
Oh.
of Travel the World.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Andy, what just occurred to you?
Nothing.
Anything you'd like to share with the class?
I mean, we could just jump straight to the guesses if you want.
I mean,
All right,
it would be
okay.
a very short stream if we jumped straight to the guesses.
Yeah, no, I think that it might actually be Dishonored.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
I think
Well,
Dishonored.
You
Yeah,
don't travel the world in Dishonored, you're just in Duskwall.
yeah, but it might be like explore the world of Dunwall and decide if you will use
Like it's a red herring. Like Travel the World is actually
Yeah.
a sort of slightly mistranslated. Thanks Google Translate
That-
from
that
explore.
sentence
or something
is
like that.
mangled slightly.
Explore the world of, not travel the world of, but yeah.
So, final guesses, please.
your Dishonored Definitive Edition.
Okay. And
Yeah, I mean,
Jane?
yeah, descriptive edition is definitely definitive edition, and there are, a handful of games that have had definitive editions. Travel the world of Dusk. Is it Duskwall?
Dunwall.
Duskwall is a different thing. Travel the world of Dunwall and decide if you will use superpowers or roll out a truly important task of murder. I mean, you've lost me on that last phrase. If you will use superpowers or roll out I mean, one and the same, aren't they? I use my superpowers for the truly
For the
important
truly important task of murder.
Become the ultimate killer in Dishonored Definitive Edition.
DBX Devil says, all right then, Andy, keep your secrets.
I think Andy's probably right, but I feel a bit guilty about jumping on the bandwagon because I don't know that I would have landed on Dishonored otherwise, but I can't think of any other games that had definitive editions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. I'm gonna say Dishonored.
All right. I shall reveal the answer now. It's Hitman.
No!
Oh no!
Damn!
Superpowers?
Yeah, what the?
Agent 47 doesn't have superpowers.
It
Yeah.
translated brute force to superpowers.
That's the opposite. Brute force is the opposite of a superpower. It's brute force.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Wow.
It's not always
You
going to be
really
right.
Led
Not
us
always
down
gonna
the
get it right.
garden path there, Google
Dang.
Translate. Thank
One
you
of
very
them,
much.
it may have been Swahili, translated brute force as stupid ideas.
Well, yeah, brute.
Choose whether
I
to
can see
use
how
stupid
brute
ideas.
translates to that.
A lot of Dishonored in the chat. And for everyone saying that I'm looking at the chat and cheating, we're about 30 seconds ahead of you, so I can't actually, in real time, look at what you're answering, folks. I'm not also, but I can't either.
Did anyone get it in the? Did anyone get Hitman in the chat? Natsui Hishomi says Hitman Definitive Edition.
Nice.
I'm just scrolling through all these accusations
I
of cheating.
really mugged myself on Travel the World because I
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's probably not Travel the World. It's probably Explore the World.
Yeah.
But it's-
Burst the World. But
It
is
came up
actually
with
Travel the
superpowers, and
World.
that is like the biggest red herring
That was
ever. So yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think any. Oh no, someone in the chat has said Hitman, but then so did we, and we didn't get a point.
That's true.
The majority is Dishonored. So
All right, I'm
Yeah.
not giving chat anything for that one. Not enough people said Hitman. Sorry, Hive
If Google
Mind.
Translate was perfect, and we all know it's not, then it would be a reversible process, wouldn't it? You would translate it from one language into another language.
Yeah, and it would come back
and
exactly
then
as
it would come back
left it.
completely unaltered because it would be a perfect reversible, process.
I thought
Anyway.
I thought that it was the the descriptive edition, which I was like, what is that? Definitive edition, and it Dishonored. That's what threw me.
Yep.
So what? This was Hitman Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
It's only going to get more evil and difficult as time
Oh
goes
my
on.
god,
guys.
you evil mastermind, Mike!
Yeah, I know.
Twisted the words and language.
Yes.
Used our words against us.
Yes. Right.
Have you blurred these descriptions?
I've only blurred
they
text. I've only blurred text that I've not used, basically. So
Like, go and shoot this effing guy. In this
yeah, it's all swears.
Mike's trying to draw our attention to the pertinent bit
Yeah,
of text, but it does look
exactly.
like you've censored some rude bits of blurb.
All right. Next of the easy ones is number 5.
Of the easy ones.
This is translated to Swahili and back.
Okay.
Designed by key developers behind The Shop, Blank is the first shooter that combines pure adrenaline, wall-to-wall, double jump, and fast titanium warfare to set up a new multiplayer online game bar.
Fast titanium warfare.
Yeah.
Titanium is such a specific word.
Yep.
I mean, there aren't synonyms for titanium. Titanium is, and of itself, a word and no other.
That's a very good point.
Okay. Titanium is. I mean, that's wild. That throws me. Adrenaline wall-to-wall double jump makes me think Titanfall or Brink or
Okay.
some sort of kinetic shooter. Designed by key developers behind The Shop. So clearly, it's the developers behind a game that could be translated to The Shop. What?
I think Titanfall is a good shout because the double jump, but I think titanium must be some sort of mistranslation of Titan. I
Titan.
reckon.
Yeah, you're right. What's The Shop though?
It would be Call of Duty, wouldn't it? Respawn were Call of Duty
Yeah, but
developers.
how do you get from Call of Duty to The Shop?
I don't know.
Google Translate works in mysterious ways. I will say that.
Sure does work in mysterious ways. Designed by the key developers behind The Shop.
I want to
It's the
know how I
first-
can visit this new multiplayer online game bar. It sounds like quite the venue.
Sounds delicious.
It's sort of like a slightly iffy version of the idiom, like raise the bar.
It's going to
for
set a new
multiplayer
bar for online multiplayer gaming.
Right.
Yeah.
So, final answers, my friends.
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't even be bothered with the suspense. Yes, it's Titanfall. Crafted by key developers behind the Call of Duty franchise.
How
I
do they
don't
get
know
shop?
if there is a shop
Called Call of Duty.
called Call of Duty locally. But yes, wall running, double jumping action, powerful, fast-paced Titan warfare, as you identified, Titanium.
Titanium Warfare. Yeah.
And yeah, setting a new bar for online
Probably,
multiplayer
famous
gaming.
supermarket in Kenya called
Yeah,
Call of Duty.
exactly. Yeah. Lots of people saying Titanfall. I think the chat
Nice.
got that one as well. So points all round, really.
Yeah.
Andy, you're currently on 4 out of a possible 6. Jane, you're on 3, trailing slightly. And chat,
Ooh.
if you're interested, you're on 4 as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interesting.
it's getting close. We're getting to the final one of the easy selection.
Let's have it.
All right?
How hard is this going to get?
Give me it.
You got that one easily. You both said Titanfall like it was nothing. So,
Right.
Hitman
yes.
was hard though.
Hitman was hard.
It was reasonably difficult. It had a bit of a curveball in there. Right. Question the 6th. The agreement
Oh, wow.
rules the
This is not-
Earth. Absorption absorbs everything, and the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. An ancient mystery buried under the sands of Africa for countless millennia may hold the key to our salvation or our demise. Blank, a biologically supplemented super soldier, must unravel this mystery and stop the forces that threaten us once and for all. He is the last of his kind, a warrior born for battle, brought out for war, and the only hope of mankind.
Okay. Okay,
everyone
so
thinking?
Blood on the sand. That is a
Andy,
description of 50 Cent if I ever heard one.
Andy.
biologically supplemented super soldier 50 Cent.
Yes.
Agreement rules the Earth.
It's a science fiction game. It mentions the galaxy.
Right.
Under the sands of Africa, like the whole continent, countless millennia.
It's to me. I don't. I don't know, but to me, this is saying Halo.
Interesting.
An ancient mystery buried under the sands of Africa for countless millennia may
I
hold
haven't
the
played
key to
enough
our
Halo to know
salvation.
if that happens in Halo.
But we do know that Master Chief is a biologically supplemented super soldier.
Yeah.
That's true.
He doesn't generally unravel
so is 50 Cent.
mysteries. I don't. Of all the activities I associate with Master Chief, unraveling mysteries is rarely among them. But that could be a sort of.
But you know how Batman's the world's greatest detective?
Yeah, barely does any detective
Just
work.
punches guys, doesn't he?
True. Stop the forces that threaten us once and for all. He's the last of his kind. See, there's the thing. He's not a warrior born for battle. Master Chief was created by Dr. Elizabeth Halsey. And
Okay.
as
What's
well,
Belarusian for Dr. Elizabeth?
as well you know, Andy, Master Chief was born a normal human boy
Yeah, called John Master Chief.
called John 117.
Yeah.
Talking of Batman, Gildoza says Mike as the mistranslator would only still be like the 8th worst villain in Batman's Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, your evil power is mistranslating things and
mistranslator.
creating mistranslations that lead to carnage somehow.
Yeah. Batman says he wants to kill all of Gotham. No, that's not what I said, mistranslator. Oh, sorry. Did I mistranslate your words, Caped Crusader?
Yeah.
Patrick Long has left a comment that I can't read out because it's a massive clue to what it is.
Oh.
Patrick Long is on the ball.
I think it's a Halo. It's not Halo 1. It's a later Halo.
Okay.
An agreement rules the earth. Absorption absorbs everything. Wait a minute. We did forget the agreement rules the earth. Oh, is that the Covenant, maybe? The Covenant rules the earth.
Yes, of course it is.
Rules the earth. Absorption absorbs everything. Well, I mean, that's just literally
Yeah.
what it says on the back of the box of Halo. I know for a fact that's what it says.
That
on
will
Halo.
make sense eventually.
All right, we're
And
going
the
to say
fate
the
of the
number of
galaxy
Halo.
hangs.
All right, okay, let's do another on 3. The number of Halo you think it is. 1, 2, 3.
4.
Okay, we've got a Halo 3 and a Halo 4.
It's definitely a later one. It's definitely a late stage Halo.
The answer is Halo 3.
Yes!
Oh no!
The Covenant controls the Earth. The all-consuming flood is unleashed. That is what it means by absorption
The
absorbs
absorption
everything.
Absorbs everything.
Yeah. A
course.
lot of this actually translated pretty well, which is good considering it's full of sci-fi nonsense. But biologically augmented was translated as biologically supplemented,
Pretty good.
which makes it sound like he's taking
Pretty
his
damn
vitamins.
He's got a big tub of biology in his kitchen. He has some scoops.
And Bred for War was translated as brought out for war, which
Brought
makes
out
me
here.
imagine them wheeling him out
Close enough.
on a little trolley.
Also,
a death-
I dispute. Master Chief was not bred for war. He was kidnapped as a child and used in
All right,
a
Lawmaster.
military
Yeah.
medical program and enhanced by Dr. Elizabeth Halsey. And do I get any points?
Take it up with 343 Industry.
Try saying Dr. Elizabeth Halsey a few more times, see what happens.
When Dr. Elizabeth Halsey
God.
conceived of the Spartan project,
When you say brought out for war, I'm imagining
said,
like
"Go and kidnap me
debutantes
a
being
bunch
brought
of
to like the
children."
cotillion. It's like, oh, it is coming out, you know. He's very
I feel like
eligible.
I mugged myself there by picking the wrong numbered Halo.
A lot of people in the chat got Halo 3.
Nah.
So it's the Sands of Africa is the clue. You know, New
I
Mombasa, all that stuff.
No, I have no idea.
Come on, Andy, you know this stuff, surely.
I don't know this stuff.
Anyway, you got a point, Andy. You got it right. Jane, I'm sorry. But also,
Boo.
chat got a point, Andy, so you haven't escaped the grip of chat. Those are the easy ones. Well done, everyone.
That was the warm up.
Yeah? Should we
Good.
take a moment to talk about what we're going to be doing next week and the week after?
Yes, please.
Before we roll into round 2, let's
Oh
talk
my
about
gosh.
Hallow streams.
It's Hallow Stream.
Here they come, the Hallow
There it
streams.
is.
They're going to start on Monday.
The most wonderful time of the year. Hallow Stream, our 2-week streamathon is starting on Monday the 19th of October with Remothered Broken Porcelain, which just came out today, I believe.
Yeah, we played Remothered. What was it called? Remothered Absent Fathers or something.
Unbroken porcelain.
Unbroken. Yeah. No, what was it called? Remothered. Tormented Fathers.
Right.
That was it.
Okay, what does
And then,
Remothered
it
mean?
was an old. It's like when you mother and then you mother again.
Right, got it. Amnesia Rebirth comes out on that Tuesday, and we'll be playing that on the day as well.
Yes.
Ellen Sphere Academy returns. The return of Friday the 13th, which is a bit of a fan favourite. It's one of our favourites, at least.
Yeah.
We'll be having a Who is the Best Jason challenge. Carrying On Oxtra, movie watch along is going to be
Carry
fun.
On Oxtra. It's Sid James and Barbara Windsor in a delightful
Yes,
farce.
yeah. But yeah, we're doing our very first movie watch along. It will be a public domain film called The Brain That Wouldn't Die. It's bad, but in a funny way. So please
So it'll
do join
just
us.
be, if you want to actually watch the film, don't watch it. If
Yeah.
you want to have the film running while we sort of make jokes.
Exactly. But you won't have,
Then-
because it's public domain, we can actually show it, and you won't have to synchronize anything or do any nonsense.
Yeah, you
like
won't
that.
have to find it on Netflix
Yep.
or
Yeah.
Just-
Amazon or
just
buy a
fire up the
DVD.
YouTube video
or,
and
yeah.
sit back and enjoy. Red Dead Redemption 2, we're anticipating
Hopefully,
some
If there's some Halloween content.
Halloween stuff.
And even if there isn't, we'll somehow.
We'll
It
We'll
will
do
be
something
Andy
spooky.
playing Morgan Monday, but he'll be wearing a Halloween costume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
be
27th
dressed as a
of
skeleton.
October is a much requested live stream of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the original one. We should have been playing the sequel at this point, but we will be playing the original on the Tuesday. Ellen Sphere Academy, Slender the Arrival. That'll be Andy helping Ellen with that one.
I can't believe I've got to play Slender and Phasmophobia back
On the
to
same
back on the
day.
same day.
Yeah,
This
but
is
you won't have
outrageous.
to play it. You just have to watch Ellen play it.
Your
That's
resting
much
heart rate
easier.
will already be up when we start, probably, the Phasmophobia heart rate test. Dark Pictures Anthology Little Hope comes out on Halloween, so we will be playing it on the Thursday night. And then 30th and 31st on Oxbox and Oxtra, a very special Halloween Oxventure.
gonna
So
be spooky.
Yeah, do that. If you like the T-shirt that's on screen as well, they are available to buy right now. There's a link there on the screen. I think they look really cool. It's a really cool
Should be
design.
warned that if you order it now, you won't get it before Halloween because they have to do a second run.
That's
You
really-
might get it before
Ooh.
Sorry,
Halloween.
you might.
We
get it
don't
before
know.
Halloween, but it's not guaranteed. But
No
you can still have it
guarantees.
afterwards in November, the third month of Spooktober.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's like a souvenir. It's like a
Yeah.
tour T-shirt, right? It says
Yeah, exactly.
2019. No,
It's like you went to a
2020 on
haunted
it.
hayride and you bought a T-shirt there
Did
saying
you
I
just
went.
call this year 2019?
Yeah, it's been
Mike?
a lot,
lost.
Jane, this year. It's been a lot.
Mike's now moving backwards through time.
Yeah. If
All
only.
right.
Right.
Well, hope you can join us for some Hallow stream next
Yeah.
week. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, fingers crossed. All right, back to the very important business of Google Translate challenges. If
Yes.
if you want to refresh the scores, Andy is on 5, Jane is on 3, and Chat is on 5 as well. We are moving
Okay.
into what I would describe as the medium round.
The medium.
Another 6 medium
Okay,
questions.
this is where I pull away and come out in front with all the points.
Exactly that. Here we go. So, question the 7th. The legend returns for all generations. What starts out as a rebellion against an evil corporation is getting much bigger, and what is spewed out is beyond imagination.
Wow. Oh.
Mario Kart.
And that was translated to Russian and back.
The legend returns for all generations.
Mm.
Evil corporation.
A lot of evil corporations in video games.
A lot of rebellions. Yeah. A lot of legends, a lot of generations. It's a very short blurb. I deduced that it's a very small box, probably a PSP game.
Right, that's how it works. The less
Back
text,
when
the smaller the game.
boxes were small. Or
starts
possibly a Nintendo DS game because there's so few words to fit on the back of the box.
Maybe it's a game that speaks for itself, though.
Maybe. I think I know what it is.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
Why
let's get
don't you-
Andy's thoughts then. Andy, what do you reckon?
Starts out as a rebellion against an evil corporation. Rebellion. With evil.
Chat has it, I believe.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Probably Syndicate. Probably the reboot of Syndicate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Legend returns for all generations.
Syndicate.
So it's like a because Syndicate was a redo over thing,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Remake.
stream.
Evil Corporation, Rebellion,
is it like
Conspiracy.
I don't know, like Saints Row 2? I don't know.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
press
in the weeds
you
on this one.
for final guesses.
Well,
fairly
Jane has got some info she was going to share.
soon. Go on then.
It's Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm going to
Andy?
go with that. That sounds good.
No! This game is deeply flawed.
All right.
Challenge Master, I protest.
All right. So your final answer is Final Fantasy VII remake, and yours is as well.
It's Final Fantasy VII remake. Yeah.
I'm changing my answer to Syndicate.
It is Final
Yes.
Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
Correctly
I did it.
identified.
Riding in on my coattails.
You rode in on my coattails
Get
earlier.
off my,
You
get
were
off
on my
coattails.
I turned around onto my coattails and then got on your coattails.
Yeah, and then on Hitman, Jane let go of Andy's coattails, and it was a bad. No,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
let go for her own. I don't know. It was confusing. Coattails everywhere. All right, fine. Let's get back to the order of taking it in turns to analyze then. Question 8, Andy. What are your initial thoughts about this? Creeping through the tidal climate, encountering terrifying enemies and landmark symbols. Unbelievable challenges provide an unprecedented sense of accomplishment and reward.
Creeping through the tidal climate.
It's poetry.
It is, isn't it? Somali,
Practic-
clearly
practically a
a
haiku.
very
Tidal-
evocative language. Or just
tidal
Google Translate having a
climate.
mare. One or the other.
Google Translate getting fancy. Creeping through the tidal climate,
Is it Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag?
encountering terrifying enemies and landmark symbols. Unbelievable challenges, unprecedented. I mean, that whole last sentence is just completely throwaway. It's
Yeah.
completely
That means
banal
that's
and
meaningless.
generic.
It means nothing.
Unbelievable challenges provide unprecedented sense of accomplishment and reward. That's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could be literally any game that has challenges and accomplishment, which is AKA a game.
Okay.
So let's return to the first sentence, creeping through the tidal climate. Tidal climate, I guess, is probably like the ocean or the seas.
It could be like a Tomb Raider or something with the challenges and I'm thinking like the landmarks and the symbols. You know, she does all the symbology stuff.
Encountering terrifying enemies. Yeah, but would you say Lara Croft encounters terrifying enemies?
Not
They're
really.
just
They're mostly
regular
dudes
enemies.
with
Yeah.
Guys with
Exactly,
guns. And she
not
shotguns
that
them in
terrifying.
the back of the head.
And terrifying enemies and landmark symbols. So maybe a horror game. I don't think any game that wasn't a horror game would describe its own enemies as terrifying, or would use any word that would be translated as terrifying.
Okay.
But then again, maybe it would, because you know, you could
This
go
is-
from
It's rough.
yeah, you could go from like intimidating enemies to terrifying enemies, and then that would be misleading.
Is it 50 Cent Blood on the Sand?
Because of the tidal climate.
Yeah, the tidal climate.
He's on the beach.
I think that's referring to the rest of G Unit.
I feel like creeping has come from like a stealth verb, like sneaking
interesting.
or stealthing.
I can
Oh,
see
so
a
ma-
couple of correct answers in the chat, but it's not overwhelming. There's a lot of different.
A lot of
people.
misinformation.
Yeah.
Creeping through the tidal climate.
Oh,
Okay.
the stealth thing is interesting. Could be like a Metal Gear.
But what about the tidal climate? Unless tidal climate is completely like, you know,
Yeah,
left field.
like a terrible mistranslation.
yeah,
something.
yeah. So if we discount that for a second,
Terrifying
creeping,
enemies.
terrifying.
It feels like it's going to be a horror because of they're playing up the scariness of the enemies.
Yeah, and sneaking, and possibly sneaking. You know,
Yeah.
stealthing and sneaking.
All right, guys. I'm gonna need some answers.
Outlast.
Okay, Andy's going for Outlast. Jane,
Creeping through the. How significant is tidal in this?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, I was hoping you might. Creeping through the tidal climate, encountering terrifying enemies and landmark symbols. Landmark symbols. I reckon that's like monuments or something.
Okay.
Tidal climate. I think it's a red herring to be like, oh, tidal, that means the ocean or the sea, because it could just as equally be like the moon or creeping through the
If it turns out to be
tidal-
50 Cent Blood on the Sand, I'm going to kick myself.
You're gonna be
You're gonna-
furious.
furious at yourself. Creeping through the tidal climate,
You
encountering
feel like
terrifying
DJ Woo
enemies,
Kid.
landmark symbols,
Tony Yayo is
unbelievable
my favourite of
challenges.
G Unit.
That's a good one. Good choice.
Terrifying. Okay, I'm going to say it's a horror game. It's going to be a reasonably recent horror game. I don't know, Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. Okay, Outlast and Blair Witch are your decisions.
Yeah.
The
Locked in.
answer is Dark Souls.
Whoa!
Wow.
Really?
Tidal climate was just something it made up, apparently, because it's tense atmospheric dungeon crawling. So instead of crawling, it's
Atmospheric. I reckon
creeping.
atmospheric was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tidal climate.
Tidal climate, of course.
And
Atmosphere,
then
tidal climate.
fearsome. I was right. Well, I was very, very wrong in every way that's important. But fearsome, which means kind of became
Yeah.
terrifying, which is like So
Yeah.
yeah.
groundbreaking landmark, but it got it round its neck a bit. But what I found interesting was
symbols.
Jane, you
features.
completely discounted unbelievable challenges and unprecedented sense of accomplishment and
Of course,
reward.
that's Dark Souls' whole deal.
But
That was the
that
clue.
is Dark Souls' whole deal.
Ah, that was
Yeah,
the
but
whole
any
clue.
game would say that about itself. This game is an incredible challenge.
Yeah. There you go. No points, but I did see people get it in the chat, even in spite of the title stuff. So I'm giving chat a point.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
If-
whoa, whoa!
whoa.
I'm seeing like 1,000 Subnautica here.
A lot of people said
Oh,
Subnautica.
Subnautica. That's a good one.
I've
With
got
the
like
title. I
3
mean, it's
Dark
obviously
Souls and
wrong,
like
but
10,000 Subnauticas.
I put it to you that those people took the translation of. No, wait. There's no way. There's no way to reverse engineer this, or is there? I'm saying if they took your copy, your text,
I don't think there's any way of.
and put it back into Google
reverse engineering.
Translate.
No,
and then...
you would never
That's
get
just
it.
going to make it more confusing.
Right, fine. Forget that.
Cool. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give chat a point. It's,
Chat does absolutely not deserve a point for that.
I thought
If
it was
was
really difficult,
Subnautica,
and they
Okay.
they
They
nailed
would
it.
get a point.
Andy, it's now you and me versus chat.
Right, Jane, we're teaming up against chat.
What
Chat versus Jane.
what are
and
people
Andy.
saying? Margaret Cross, I've had to write promotional copy, and this amazing game is a reminder of what a load of adjective word bath that job is. That's
Yep.
from Margaret Cross.
Welcome, copywriters.
Yeah.
This is
And
your
Obsidian
domain.
Thuriasaz says, "Hey, here's a chat from Montana, the last bit of the Old West. Love you guys, even as a
Yeehaw.
U.S. military member."
Oh,
Well,
Montana
thank you,
sounds
yeah.
cool.
Thank you for joining us.
I'd like to
Um,
go to Montana and ride around on a horse.
Just ride around on a horse sometime. Okay. Medium question. Where are we up to?
Give it-
MXK says chat doesn't deserve that point. Second Spirit says we don't really deserve the point.
Oh,
No point
No
Yeah,
shit.
point
alright.
for. They're all saying they shouldn't get a point.
All right, you've voted
you
yourselves
are
out then. Fine. Andy
so-
is in the lead with 6. Jane is trailing behind with 4, and Chat is on 5.
Chat. So delightfully self-deprecating there, chat.
All right.
I
Well, here's another one.
appreciate
Here's
you
another
very
chance
much.
for people to claw it back.
Okay.
This is question 9. Run to the Air. A secret story that will lead you to a dangerous plantation in rural blank, with misfortune lurking in the shadows of all the streets, and the crazy blank just bent over to kill you and carve out all the signs that will find the battle to get you out alive.
Oh wow.
So, Jane, what's it saying to you?
I mean, it's saying a lot of things. Run to the air. That's probably like a tagline. It's all
Yeah.
in caps. It's going to be the tagline. Yeah, okay. A secret story. That means nothing. That will lead you to a dangerous plantation in rural somewhere or other. Okay, so we're looking for a game set in rural somewhere or other. Plantation could be a sort of fancy translation of like farm or farmland or village, possibly village. Possibly Resident Evil 4, because, you
See,
know...
I was thinking Resident Evil 7 because of the plantation.
Because of the actual plantation.
Yeah, because they have like a plantation house in Louisiana.
That's true, but would they have written plantation on the back of the box for Resident Evil 7? Like, imagine you're holding the box for Resident Evil 7, you flip it over, does it say
Yeah.
dangerous
Are there a lot of
plantation?
plantation
Probably
fans out there?
Probably not.
Would you have put that in the copywriting for that game?
I absolutely would
imagine
not,
you work
no.
for Capcom and you're making the box for Resident Evil 7.
You see, the thing that is putting me off Resident Evil 7 is mention of streets, because that's not.
Yeah.
But then, if you're talking about dangerous farms or whatever, then that's sort of at odds with streets, isn't it? Because those are two.
Well, no, but plantation could just be village. You know, it could be a wild mistranslation of village or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah.
Shadows of the Streets and I mean, something's been redacted there by Mike, so there's something identifiable in the crazy somethings or others. So there's got to be like a noun there, like an enemy type that would identify this game.
Someone says,
So-
Lauren says, who said ACNH in chat? Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Dangerous
Yeah.
plantation, yeah, in
Yeah,
rural.
and the crazy nooks just bent over to kill you.
So what the crazy? I mean, if it was Resident Evil 4, it would be what do they call them? The
Ganados.
Ganados. But then you wouldn't write Ganados on the back of the box for Resident Evil 4 because people would be like, I don't know what that is yet because I haven't bought or played this game.
Into the air.
Run to the air. Run to the air.
Oh, I don't know. It's something. Silent Hill.
Okay.
Dangerous plantation in rural something or others.
Yeah.
With misfortune lurking in the shadows of all the streets and the crazy. You know what? It could be like Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
The crazy pagan Min just bent over to kill. Well,
Yeah.
Just bent over to kill you. Such a weird sentence.
I mean,
See, I'm thinking of the breakdancing nurses who are all like,
I assume it's like just desperate to kill you, or just you know,
yeah.
carve out all the signs that will find the battle to get you out alive. Misfortune lurking in the shadows of all the streets. Streets is, I mean, dangerous plantation in rural. I mean, it could be Kirat. But then look at how long the word is that Mike's redacted there, and it's a long word.
Yeah.
Right? So we're in the weeds now, but it's not Kirat, is it? It's a longer word. What longer
Could
word?
be multiple words.
I mean, you would know, Mike. You
It's
redacted
multiple
it.
words.
In rural something something. So, I mean, I don't think it's Resident Evil 4 anymore, because I don't think they ever name the village that Leon goes to in Resident Evil 4, do they? It's just the village or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Kirat, because Kirat is quite short, and doesn't really have a plantation or a farm or what have you. Dangerous plantation in rural. I don't think we know the name of the town in Resident Evil 7, do we? Or maybe we do, and I've forgotten.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's not. I think Far Cry is actually a decent shout. I think.
Okay, let's go through the Far Cries.
Well,
Which Far Cry?
I think that Run to the Air might be something like Take to the Skies or something. And was it Far Cry 5 that added planes?
You had
Far Cry 5 added
in-
planes, but there's a helicopter in Far Cry 4.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's not part of the game, is it?
But it could be like the box thing. It's like Take to the Skies in Far Cry 5.
Well, it was like a micro light
Oh yeah,
style.
no. Yeah, because you could play it in co-op, and then one of you could fly.
Sweet,
Okay,
yeah.
so there was flying in Far Cry 4, but it wasn't. I don't know. I don't think it was a big enough part of it that you would make it like the tagline on the back of the box.
The usual caveats apply as well, which are Google Translate sometimes just makes stuff up.
Yeah, yeah. But what stuff is it making up, and what stuff is?
That's the challenge. Therein lies the
I mean,
rub.
Far Cry is nearly always somewhere rural-ish in that it's the
That's
countryside,
true.
and there's always a crazy, wacky bad guy du jour, Pagan Min or whatever, one of the other ones. Carve out all the signs that you will find that will find the battle to get you out alive. I think I'm talking myself in circles here.
Come on then, let's
Misfortune
pick an
lurking.
answer.
Okay, shadows. Mentioning shadows, which I suspect would be like accurately translated. Shadows suggest something like a dark game,
Okay.
not dark. Dark, aesthetically dark.
I'm going to stick with Far Cry 5.
Okay. Jane?
The shadows of all the streets. That sounds urban. It's like rural streets. It's sort of opposed. Dangerous plantation in rural something something. Where was Far Cry 5 set?
Some American
Like the Midwest, I think.
Midwest stuff, yeah.
In rural Midwest. In rural Midwest America. No, it was definitely in a state, right? It had a name.
Yeah, I can't remember
Was it
which
like
one.
Had a
Montana or
name.
something like that? Or
Oh, yeah,
but
Montana.
it
Yeah.
also had like a specific name for the area, like a
Hope
fictional
County.
name. Hope County, rural
That's the
Hope
one.
County, with misfortune lurking in the shadows of all the streets, and the crazy whatever his name was, just bent over to kill you.
Father
Oh, no,
Joseph
Seed, the
That's too
crazy cult of Seed, or whatever they were called. Yeah, I think it's Far Cry 5.
both going for Far Cry 5?
At
Yeah.
the very least, I won't lose a point to Andy if he's right and I'm wrong.
Mutually
Either
assured.
we'll both be right or we'll both be wrong.
Well, you are both wrong. It is
Oh!
Resident Evil
Oh, it was
7.
Resident Evil 7! Oh, no!
Oh no,
I was
you were
right.
so close.
Plantation
Andy,
was
you're
like the
so
one word that was
close.
accurately translated in the
Oh,
entire.
and it was Louisiana, USA.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait, how does that translate as take to the air or like run the
Yeah.
skies?
Don't ask me.
Comes
Horror
home.
Comes Home was translated as Take to the Air.
Oh, man.
That's just nonsense. Google Translate. You're rubbish.
I thought you made a very
Mysterious
compelling
message.
case for Far Cry, though, Jane. I think that was...
Yeah, me too. That's
Yeah.
what. Oh, the insane Baker family.
Yep.
There we go. Hell bent on killing you. Oh yeah, bent over to kill you.
Yep.
Piecing together every clue and uncovering the unspeakable truth will be the key in your fight to escape alive. Yeah, okay. Now that all makes sense. Everything except run to the skies or whatever.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was.
Again, You can't trust Google Translate.
No, you cannot, friends.
There are clues in there, but then not everything is accurate.
I was like, oh, plantation. That's the Resident Evil 7. They were like, no, there's no way that word's making it through Google Translate unscathed.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Chat. There were some Resi 7s, but I think chat is very influenced by your arguments because as soon as you started talking about Far Cry, lots of people were saying Far Cry. So
don't listen to us, chat. I think is the.
I don't think anyone gets a point for that one.
No.
Aww.
We've
sorry.
shamed ourselves.
I'm sorry. So the scores as they stand are Andy is on 6, Jane is on 4, and chat is on 5. Let's do another one because that one took a while. So here we go. When a young street housewife, a retired bank robber, and a horrible psychologist find themselves in...
Sorry. Please continue.
I can't. Find themselves entangled in the criminal underworld, the US government, and some of the most terrifying and horrific elements of the entertainment industry. They resort to a series of dangerous ists to escape in a ruthless city where they can't trust anyone, at least not each other. And
Now there can't be that many games with that constellation of characters.
A young street housewife, a retired bank robber, and a horrible psychologist.
Walk into a bar. Also, what is a young street housewife? What's a street housewife?
Don't know.
A retired bank robber is pretty straightforward. Horrible psychologist. Okay.
This is translated into Punjabi and back.
Okay.
My wife speaks Punjabi, but I don't think she reads it. I didn't wave it under her nose to see if it made any sense.
I mean, I can tell you now, it makes no sense.
I think I know what it is.
Interesting.
US
Okay.
government.
Well then, Jane, what are your thoughts, Jane?
Well, I'm just trying to rack my memory for a game that features a young street housewife, a retired bank robber, and a horrible psychologist.
I don't think there is a game that features a young street housewife.
Well, I mean, the Google Translate got this from somewhere.
It's true.
Retired bank robber and a horrible psychologist. Also, what game has like 3 protagonists, I guess? Like,
there's your answer, Jane.
A game with 3 protagonists, like a 3-player co-op game.
I think it's Grand Theft Auto 5.
I was going to say is Housewife red herring, and it's actually
it's they describe Franklin as a street hustler, like a young street hustler.
And they're
I think
like,
that's a translation
Housewife Hustler. That's very, very similar. I was going to say it sounds like a GTA game, except Rockstar would never deign to put a housewife in their game, a playable housewife. Can you imagine?
They've possibly mistranslated psychopath as psychologist as well.
Okay. Well, to be honest, this game sounds rad, and I'll play it when it comes out. A young street housewife, a retired bank robber, and a horrible psychologist. Yeah, no, it's definitely GTA 5.
All right, final answers?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yay!
A young street hustler, a retired bank robber, and a terrifying psychopath. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, ists was a weird translation of heists.
Yeah,
I
think they translated it by taking a few letters off of it. Yeah.
There you go. I still want to play the version that stars a young street housewife, and a horrible psychologist.
And a horrible psychologist. That sounds amazing. Come on, Rockstar.
Tag yourself. I'm horrible psychologist.
Everyone got a point there. Chat definitely had it as well.
Nice,
so well done,
nice.
chat.
Of course.
Good
job, chat.
Jane, you are on 5 points. Andy is on 7 points, and chat is on 6.
Nice one, chat.
Good work,
Good job.
everyone. Next, question 11.
Okay.
Following the heinous crime in Western Blank, Blank and the Blank were deported. With federal agencies and the best gift seekers in the nation climbing on their heels, the need to steal and fight is the main road in the heart of Blank to survive the threat of the internal divisions that would break into the area. Blank had to choose between his own ideas and his commitment to the company that nurtured him. People are alive!
Well, following the heinous crime in Western Blank, Blank and the Blank were deported.
Sounds like a sequel, right? Following a heinous crime. Okay, gift seekers
has
is
got to be
bounty hunters.
Right.
Yeah.
So a game with bounty hunters. Being chased by bounty hunters, federal agencies, the need to steal and fight is the main road in the heart of blah.
Yeah, it's Red Dead Redemption 2, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because Arthur has to choose between his own ideas and his commitment to the gang that nurtured him.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
it's a
Dutch
sequel.
and the idiots.
Ish.
Yeah.
People are alive is.
Well,
What's
it's following the heinous.
Yeah, what's the tagline for Red Dead Redemption 2, Andy?
Um,
Think about it. Hold the box. You're at the midnight launch. I know you went to the
Yep,
midnight
I
launch
did
of
go to
Red
the
Dead
midnight
Redemption
launch.
2. It's midnight, okay? It's whatever year it was, 2018.
Outlaws for life.
Outlaws for life. There we go. You memory palaced it. Outlaws for life. People are alive.
Would you like to know the answer?
Yes.
I assume those are your final answers.
Yes.
Very final.
It is Red Dead Redemption, and Outlaws for Life is the tagline. But I
That's
prefer
awesome.
People are alive.
People are alive.
Yes, the gang company. Gang was translated as company. Weird.
I love it.
But fine. Fine and good. Well done.
Some people are alive, unfortunately, such as Uncle and Micah.
Patrick Long was talking about the street housewife and the horrible psychologist and says, that's just Frasier.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Lauren S. is a new member. Nisanza De Silva says, I am not
Whoa.
working on machine translation. Whistles. There you go. Nisanza De Silva, I hope this is useful data.
Yeah.
And Spoon of
It's all
Doom
in good
talked
form.
about...
Google Translate is usually very good.
It's very impressive. I had to work quite hard to get some really mangled stuff out of this. I ran everything through multiple different language translations to get the weirdest one, basically. Spoon of Doom talking about Resi says, I mean, I would run to the air if horror came to my home. Fair point. Cool. All right. Good. How are we doing in terms of questions? Yeah, we're on 12. Okay, so this is the last of the
Last
medium
block of
ones, I
6.
think.
Well, that's good because we've got a third of the stream to go and a
That's good,
third
yeah.
of the questions to go, but it's all going to get difficult.
Suggests timing is going well. Here we go. All right. Question 12. Take revenge. Return your respect. Ignorant killing. Design your own clever way of revenge when you come face to face with the biggest enemies of life in the dark blank with the twisted volume set in blank. Unleash an arsenal of dangerous counterfeit tools and ninja abilities while combining small, vertical, and visceral battles. Surviving the endless and bloody struggle over the goal of regaining your dignity and saving the one you have sworn to protect.
Okay. Jane, thoughts?
Andy, thoughts? Is it Dishonored now?
I think,
Are
yeah.
we finally
I'm leaning
come to
towards
Dishonored?
Dishonored.
Take revenge because of what the Empress gets killed, right? Return your respect.
Yeah.
I guess recover your pride or whatever. Ignorant killing. I don't know.
Ignorant killing.
Who knows? Design your own clever way of revenge. Yeah, you're sort of taking revenge, face to face with biggest enemies in the dark city of Dunwall or something.
Yeah.
With the twisted volume set in. Who knows? Unleash an arsenal of dangerous counterfeit tools. I don't know what counterfeit
ninja
means there.
abilities.
Ninja abilities. I mean, ninja could be assassin.
Yeah.
assassin
Yes, of
abilities.
course. Yeah.
While combining small vertical and visceral battle. Vertical, yeah. You get pretty vertical in Dishonored, don't you?
For the goal
Small
of regaining-
battles.
Yeah. I think Dishonored is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're a bodyguard. You're a bodyguard and a sort of assassin, saving the one you've sworn
yeah.
to protect, which is the
Get-
little girl,
Take
right?
revenge, get back your life or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some ignorant killing.
Yeah, and then ignorantly kill everyone.
definitely Dishonored.
Final answers?
Yeah, it's just yes. Yeah.
It is
Yes.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Oh!
No!
And chat has it. Chat.
Oh no,
Chat definitely has
takes
it.
the lead.
That's it.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Ninja was a direct
Ninja
translation.
was ninja, not ninja from assassin. Carve your
It
own
seemed
clever path to
Too
revenge.
obvious.
Face to face, larger than life foes. Feudal
No.
Japan.
I like that Restore Your Honor was translated to regaining your dignity.
Like your trousers fell down.
Exactly.
It does somewhat highlight how Dishonored and Sekiro do have some parallels because you're a royal bodyguard, right? In Sekiro? Or-
Yeah, you're looking after the
you're
son
looking
of
after the
a.
little boy instead of the little.
So what you're
girl.
saying is we should get a point.
I'm saying we should get a point.
I had to get rid of
From
feudal Japan
Microsoft
because it was too
Dishonored.
big a clue, and I had to get rid of From Software, obviously, because also a big clue.
Yeah.
I feel bad that kill ingeniously was translated
Kill
as
ignorantly.
ignorant
That's
killing.
almost the opposite.
Ignorant killing.
Google Translate. You can't translate words that sound like each other. That's
Yeah.
not how language works.
No, but it's how Google Translate works.
It's how you get horrible psychologist. Trevor.
Felix Sierra
Psychological
BH
pirates.
says ignorant killing. That's obviously Nintendogs. There you go.
Oh, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
Hard luck, guys. No points there. But
No
obviously you got points for Red Dead Redemption. So you're on. Andy's on 8, Jane is on 6, and Chat is on 7.
Ooh. Okay, so Chat's in the middle there.
Certainly is. Right, here we go. Question the 13. Don't give up help. Do it. The storm came without warning. 98% of the world's population is missing. Then monsters have been found. Lead other world heroes into battle to prevent storms.
Storms.
Discover a vast, destructive world where no two games are alike. Build big castles, build foreign weapons, get booty, and raise your heroes level.
Steady on, guys. Don't worry. You will be able to raise your heroes level.
Don't give up help. Do it.
This one's a tricky one, I would say.
Okay, it's like a strategy game, isn't it? Discover a vast destructive world where no two games are like build big castles. You'll only be building castles and foreign weapons.
And getting
In some
booty,
ki-
Jane. Don't forget getting
Yeah,
booty.
I would never forget booty, but I think it's some sort of like strategy game.
Is it Fortnite?
What? Because of the
That's
storm?
got storms.
Show you're working.
Yeah,
got
show you're
storms.
working.
You raise your heroes level. You can build big castles.
Okay.
You can destructive the world.
I wouldn't highlight raising your heroes level as a Fortnite feature because you don't really, do you?
Okay, what other destructive games with destructible worlds?
And monsters.
And monsters.
And had a storm in it. So there's some sort of cataclysmic event, right? Maybe storm is a mistranslation, but there's a cataclysmic event of some sort. 98% of the world's population is missing. What strategy game has got like 98% of the world's population missing in it? Then monsters have been found. Lead other world heroes into battle to prevent storms. Storms has got a capital S, so it's clearly like a mythical, like mythological in fiction lore thing. Storms.
Yeah, but then it might just randomly capitalize. Might decide something's a noun.
No. Maybe. The storm came without warning, so and then there's more storms. Don't give up help. Do it.
Get booty. Is it 50 Cent Blood on the Sand?
Get booty and raise your heroes level.
I think I've not got anything better than Fortnite.
Okay. Jane?
I'm not sure about strategy game now because it does say raise your hero and it's like hero singular. So that suggests you've got like a character, like a named character. Other world heroes into battle to prevent storms. Discover a vast destructive world. I don't know. Is it like an XCOM game or something? The storm. Nah, that doesn't have storms in it, and it would be aliens, not monsters. Lead other world heroes into battle. It's definitely not Fortnite. For sure, it's not Fortnite. You don't lead other world heroes into battle. It's every
That
man
could be a
and
translation
woman
of do
himself in
the
Fortnite.
backpack kid dance into Swahili and then back
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, lead other world heroes into battle to prevent flossing. Discover
Yeah.
a vast destructive world where no two flosses are
World of
alike.
copyrighted dances.
Build big flossing. This is rough. I feel like I'm just not going to get it because I can't think of a game where 98% of the world's population is missing. Don't give up help. Do it. Okay, it's like a superhero game of some sort. It's not Avengers because you don't build big castles. Captain America never had a castle.
He's got booty, though.
Yeah, it's true.
That's America's ass. So.
Yeah, get that
Hmm.
booty.
Lead other world heroes into battle to prevent storms. Gee, I don't know. Gee, I do not know. XCOM. It's not right.
Final
but
answers?
I just want to know what the answer is now.
Yeah.
All right.
What is it? Hit us.
I'll put you out of your misery. It's Fortnite.
Hey!
What?
Specifically,
Yes!
the boxed copy of Fortnite, which does exist, and I own it. This is my
Jeez.
retirement plan. But this was released back when Save the World was the important thing of Fortnite,
Of
not
course, it had the same.
Not the Battle Royale.
Oh.
So there you go. And
So
chat
it's
did
not-
get it as well. A lot of people were saying
Dang
Fortnite
it.
saved the world.
It's not Fortnite as we know it. It's
Yeah.
Fortnite from
Fortnite,
the past.
bad one that no one played.
Oh man!
But well
they
done,
came the
Andy,
monsters.
for identifying it, because You
I got played.
You had the right thing. It's just that you'd
Got
forgotten
played like
exactly what it used to play like. So.
Fiddle.
And it's the storm thing was.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout. Oh man, I can't believe you got a box copy of the original Fortnite before.
Sealed as well.
Before it was a battle royale game.
Yeah. There you go.
Amazing. What's that worth now, Mike?
Probably £8.
But imagine when they find it, when your descendants through 100 generations find it in the rubble of the apocalypse, and they're like,
An
"What is
unpatched
this?
copy of Fortnite.
Heresy, Fortnite, not a battle royale game."
So
when now our post-apocalyptic religion is Fortnite.
Yeah.
It would be like finding the
Dead Sea
alternate Bible.
Scrolls.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Dead Sea Scrolls, but the Dead Sea Scrolls are like flossing.
Have got all
Or-
this copyrighted dances still in there.
Yeah.
Before they had to
Yeah.
take them out.
It's
We
sorry
got
just
sued
says
by
get booty.
Carlton
Yeah.
from the Fresh Prince.
Get booty.
Ross Wolf says, as a professional translator, I love this because it shows just how bad Google Translate really is and why you shouldn't just blindly trust it.
Yeah, Ross.
Yeah.
There's still room for proper
Yeah.
professional translators.
Stick around, Ross.
Astonishing that as a point for Andy, who is now on 9. Chat
Oh my
definitely had it
God.
as well. It's on 8.
Oh my god.
Jane is on 6 currently.
Don't seek shelter, make it. Of course, because Fortnite was a bloody base building game. That's why
Yeah.
you were building castles,
Yeah.
forts,
Yep.
craft exotic. Oh,
Although
it's
to be
totally-
fair, what it actually said in the translation was, "Don't give up help, do it."
Yeah, well, I was definitely thrown by the idea of building big castles.
Yep. But that was the key thing. That was the key thing.
It was the key
So there you
thing in
go.
the original Fortnite.
Right. Question 14. They're getting really tricky now, so don't feel bad if you don't get them. Join the
Don't tell me
ranks.
how to feel.
Join the ranks of the legendary force of soldiers, scientists, adventurers, and strangeness, known as blank. Choose your hero and clash on the battlefields of tomorrow. Waste time, ignore the physics, and use emergency forces in the final team shooting.
The finale of the game is the final team
Final
shooting.
team shooting. In the ranks of the legendary force.
I love any game that tells me to waste time. Waste time.
Waste time. Ignore
Choose
the
your hero.
physics.
Oh, is it Overwatch?
Show
Yeah,
me
could be
you're
that.
working.
It's because it's team shooter.
Right.
Soldiers,
Yeah.
scientists, adventurers, and strangeness, known as Overwatch. Choose your hero, clash on the battlefields tomorrow. I don't know what waste time. Use of and team. I don't know. It seems to me like it's focusing on the
use
characters and it's a team shooter. That to me
Emergency
says
forces
Overwatch.
in the final team shooting. I reckon ignore the physics was probably originally like defy physics.
Yes.
But I don't know that I would have said defy physics in describing Overwatch. You know, it's not a
What?
physicsy game primarily, is it?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what that means.
But you're very right. Scientists, soldiers, adventurers, strangeness is I don't know what that is, but
Another weird and wonderful characters known as Overwatch.
yeah, exactly. They are soldiers and scientists and adventurers. Choose your hero, Overwatch, clash on the
Yeah.
battlefields of tomorrow, Overwatch set in the future, waste time, no idea.
Yeah, I waste a lot of time playing. Overwatch.
Defy physics, I don't know why, but yeah, probably. And use emergency forces.
Well, you
That'll
should
be
see
ultimates.
some of my clutch diva plays. They ignore all the laws of physics.
Emergency forces, probably ultimates or something, maybe?
Yeah.
Ultimates in the final team shooting.
I'm going to say Overwatch, and it's going to be like Battleborn, and you're going to totally done us.
Trick question.
Final answers?
Yes.
I've got a strong feeling about Overwatch.
Yeah.
Your strong feeling is correct.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Scientists,
what did it say
adventurers, and
originally?
oddities.
Oddities.
Yeah. Bend time, defy physics. So instead of waste time, it's bend time.
Oh, Ben's-
And instead of
Oh.
defy physics, is ignore the physics.
I knew it would be defy physics for sure. Yeah.
Wield extraordinary powers. So emergency forces, I guess, is extraordinary powers.
Yeah.
In the final team shooting.
Final team shooting. I mean, that's
Wait,
just the
what
same,
did it
isn't
say? Ultimate
Ultimate
team based.
team-based.
So instead of
shooter.
it translated ultimate as final, as in
Right.
like the,
The final
literal.
team shooting. Yeah.
One
You know,
after
when-
the penultimate one.
Yeah, when we lined up the other team and shot them all at the end of at the end of the round. Yeah.
Cool. Good work. Well done. Well done.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Did chat get it?
Yes, chat
I
did
bet they
very
did.
much get it.
Andy Def was looking at chat there, says have Tor 007, who I don't think is in the room.
Andy's not looking at
So-
chat.
I'm
We
not
live by a
looking at
strict
chat. I don't know
code
how I
of
can
You're
make this.
busted. Andy,
I don't know
you've
how I
been
can make
busted.
this clear to you
I
that
do-
I'm not looking at chat.
For the next round, you have to hold your hands up so that we can tell you're not tabbing.
That's what I've been doing. I've been holding my
Steepling your
fingers like
fingers.
this until I answer.
Okay. But what if Andy's got a second monitor with chat scrolling down it? Like,
Yeah,
like,
that's probably what he's got, isn't it? Yeah. Probably Andy cares so much about this Google Translation game that he's willing to use several monitors to cheat
What
at
if
it.
he's like Hugh Jackman in Swordfish, and one of the monitors, one of his 8 monitors, is the chat from the stream?
Chat is claiming
We
that
can't
Andy and
prove
Chat are
that it's not the
tied, but
case.
my scoring says that Andy's got 10, Chat has 9.
I think I am tied with. Did you give them the point for Sekiro? I didn't get Sekiro.
Yeah, right. They got Sekiro.
All right, I'll allow it.
I think, yeah, chat pulled level with Andy at the Sekiro point.
Fair.
The Sekiro tragedy.
Good. My spreadsheet is clearly not working. Right, next.
Next.
15. We're a home stretch now. There's only 18.
Okay.
So
Hands up.
Yeah, there we go.
Hands up.
How about this? You are blank, lead scientist on the island of blank. Am doing a breakthrough science in order to change people forever. As a
Oh,
first
speak.
try, you're given amazing powers at the cost of a recollection. But the experiments went wrong, and other organisms became frustrated in the field. As you unravel the mysteries of your past, you must use your mental powers and unique weapons to determine the fate of blank and the nations.
I'm doing breakthrough science.
I'm doing a breakthrough science over here.
Much
Is it
science.
50
Wow.
Cent Blood on the Sand? In order to change people forever.
As a first try, you are given amazing powers at the cost of a recollection. But the experiments went wrong. I mean, there are so many games where the experiments went wrong, but not so many games where you play the lead scientist
Oh, is
on an island.
oh, what's it called?
I'm doing breakthrough science.
Um,
Can we get that on a t-shirt? I'm doing breakthrough
I'm
I'm
science.
doing a
Breakthrough
breakthrough
science.
science.
In
Is-
order to change people forever.
Oh, is it Prototype? Is the one where you're an amnesiac superhero?
Yeah, but you're not the
Because of-
scientist.
I think you are a scientist in it, or you're involved in it in some way.
Did you say Infamous?
No, I said Prototype.
Prototype.
Oh,
They're the same game, I know.
I can't even hear one of them without confusing it with the
Yeah.
other one. But you're not. I guess are you on an island? Are you on the island of Manhattan or something?
Yeah.
But I don't think you're a lead scientist. You're too cool to be a nerd scientist, aren't you?
All right, I'm
Oh,
going to
well,
lock in
let's-
Prototype and then lower my hands because it's. Not
Well, okay. As a first try, you are given amazing powers at the cost of a recollection. So I'm like, do you lose your memory? Do you are you given amazing powers but lose your memory, and that's why you don't know you're a lead scientist? But then you wouldn't put that on the box because it would be like a twist. It would be a plot twist. But the experiments went wrong, and other organisms became frustrated in the field. And you must unravel the mysteries of your past. You must use your mental powers and unique weapons to determine the fate of blah and the nations. Probably and the world, I want to say. And the nations is a weird phrasing. Prototype. I'm not feeling it. I don't think it's Prototype. I'm doing a breakthrough science in order to change people forever. Well, that's the only reason anyone does science in video games. So,
a breakthrough science.
yeah, and I'm doing a breakthrough science. Makes me think of, do you remember that sort of cat meme pic, and it was like going to moon BRB, and it's a
Yeah.
cat with like a plastic tongue on its hat. Okay, but the experiments went wrong and other organisms became frustrated in the field. So other, monsters happened basically. I'm doing a breakthrough science. Monsters happened. Unravel the mysteries
Monsters
of
do
your
often
past.
happen in video games. it
Yeah,
must be said.
mysteries of your past adds to the amnesia theory that it's like you're a lead scientist and you've lost your memory. You must use your mental powers and unique weapons to determine the fate of blah and the nations. Okay. I feel like the operative stuff is that you're a lead scientist and you're on an island.
Okay.
But what games are you a lead scientist on an island?
What games do you do a breakthrough science?
And breakthrough science
Yeah.
in order to change people forever. Like the island of Dr. Moreau, where you're making. Was there
Definitely
a
changing
game
things forever.
of the island of Dr. Moreau?
You are Dr. Robotnik, lead scientist on the island of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I'm doing
I'm
a
doing
breakthrough
breakthrough
science.
science in order to change people forever. Yeah. Okay. Famous scientist protagonists. I feel like we'd have made that list, really.
Yeah.
You're not Mr. Freeman. In order to change people forever, as first try, you're given amazing powers at the cost of a recollection. But the experiments went wrong. I am all at sea by the idea that the game starts out by saying you are, and then presumably a name. The thing that Mike's redacted there is a name. You are
Alex Mercer
lead scientist
on the island of Manhattan. I'm doing a breakthrough science.
I don't know. I'm not feeling it. You are Alex Mercer. You are. Okay, it's a story-led game where the protagonist's actual name, is significant. I'm doing a breakthrough science in order to change people forever. As a first try, you are given amazing powers at the cost of a recollection, but the experiments went wrong.
Come on, Jane. We need an answer.
Prototype actually fits. It fits more than anything I've come up with. Actually, I haven't played Prototype, so I don't know how important the amnesia.
I remember the amnesia was an element of it. I haven't really played it properly either.
What it must be is that the amnesia isn't like a second act twist. It's the start of the game. It's like, oh, I was a scientist, but now I don't know.
It is. I remember it is a twist because you find out that you have to start the game with amnesia and.
What madman would put that on the back of the box if it's the plot twist?
But yeah, you start off, you're like, I don't know who.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But it'd be like, okay, you buy a copy of Fight Club, you turn it over, and it says Tyler Durden is you, and then.
But did he get here? You'll have to watch the movie.
But amnesia is something that happens to you, and it's hard to hide that. Do you know if you're an amnesiac, that would be evident from the very start, right?
I don't know. Not if everyone's monsters.
Come on, let's keep this quiz rolling.
All right, Prototype. Let's say Prototype. Let's just go for it.
All right,
let's just do it and be legends. Yeah. No, I'm going to say Infamous.
Okay, same game. So
Okay,
we both get a point.
Yeah.
The answer is Prey.
Oh!
You're
no!
Morgan Yu, lead scientist aboard Talos 1.
Of course. So it's not an island at all. It's like a space station.
No, but if you look, the language it was translated to and back was Hawaiian, which is obviously like Hawaii is an island, and perhaps linguistically a board is like a
board is right
translated as that.
So to be in a place is to be on an island.
Granted incredible powers at the cost of a fractured memory.
Of course, because you have amnesia.
Yes.
You don't remember anything.
I can't tell you how hostile alien organisms have overrun the station was translated as other organisms became frustrated in the field.
In the field.
But there you go.
No.
Difficult
Maybe
one.
Something to do with the science.
Chat got it.
Did chat get it?
Yeah, chat got it.
Oh, we really went down a blind alley with
To Watch or Not says yes, we did it.
Well, I guess if I were cheating, I would also have got it, wouldn't I, chat? So maybe wind your neck in.
That was a good one. Oh, I'm so gutted that I focused on the island part so much.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's all these red herrings and it's impossible to know whether they're the most significant thing that will give you the clue to what it is,
red herring.
or just total nonsense spat out by the translator.
Interesting, looking at the way that different languages construct sentences and convey ideas.
Yeah,
this is what we're doing here is educational. Is what I'm saying.
Or it might just be that Google Translate is much better informed and developed and researched for common languages over less common languages. You know.
Yep.
I'm sure. Mike, you said you translated it into some European languages, and it was basically.
Yeah, it came back straight. So it's clearly the stuff it does a less good job of translating.
Maybe Google Translate needs to pull its finger out and get to work on some other languages.
It's true. Right, question 16, because we have 10 minutes left.
Oh, wow, okay. Let's go.
The sun is. This is Latin, right? So Latin is a real mess.
Oh, wow.
This one's going to be difficult.
The sun is.
The sun is.
The sun is. That's true. The sun is extant.
Blank. You and your lowest point, but given the chance to save your daughter, will enter a world filled with nightmares to bring back. Up of the corner of the world, or the horribly twists, and also he is tormented from every sort of threats emerge around you, and you, the head of darts thrown by lying, or sneak through the shadows to survive. Question mark?
The sun is. Well, we know it's not Dark Souls. It's not like praise the sun.
It is not Dark Souls. There are no
Whatever.
repeated ones in this quiz.
Is it?
You
Okay, I feel like Dishonored is going to show up at some point. Is this Dishonored?
But given the chance to save your daughter, it's not to like immediately get us into the weeds, but you wouldn't say that she was Corvo's daughter. On the
No,
back
but
of
it's
the
like
box.
his. Maybe it's like his
young
protectee-
female
Yeah.
charge.
Ward.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, that's true. We'll enter a world filled with nightmares to bring back up the corner of the world, or horribly twists, and he's tormented.
Yeah.
And from every sort
From
of threats around
every
you.
sort of threats
And
emerge
you,
around you.
The head of darts thrown by lying, sneak through the shadows to survive.
I'll
So
admit
it's
the
like,
head of darts thrown by lying is the main reason I used this one.
Yeah.
Are you gonna kill everyone with things, or are you gonna sneak through the shadows?
Yeah.
That's a stealth game, isn't it? That's some sort of stealth action game. The sun is. No idea about the tagline. The sun is.
I'll
I
give
feel
you a
like
clue.
it's
The sun
gonna-
is actually mostly irrelevant.
Okay,
Oh.
right.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh.
I was going to say Deus Ex Human Revolution has all that Icarus
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
sun imagery.
but there's no daughter.
And it also has the are you going to sneak or throw darts at people's heads?
It could be finally Dishonored. You and your lowest point. You are at a very low point at the beginning of Dishonored
Yeah. But so you are also in Deus Ex, though.
in very many games.
But
That's
are you in a
true.
world filled with nightmares?
I mean, cybernetic nightmares. The nightmare of humanity's abandoning of, I don't know, it's all, human bodies or something. The nightmare of technology
These are the very difficult ones, I should say.
on the
Okay.
corner of the world, or the horribly twists, and also he's tormented from every sort of threats around you.
Every sort of threats emerge around you.
I mean, that's every game. It's going to be Dishonored or something comparable to Dishonored. Games comparable to Dishonored are Prey, we've already had it.
Yeah. Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, maybe, but maybe not. Thief. I feel like the daughter thing might be useful in identifying this game. We'll enter a world filled with nightmares to bring back. Could it be a horror game? There's a bunch of horror games where you've got to like rescue your daughter, right? Silent Hill.
Yeah. I think Evil Within, one of the Evil Withins. Not one, two.
Evil Within 1 or 2. Silent Hill. The
Could
sun
be
is-
Resident Evil 4, the President's Daughter. But there's no Latin word for president. It's like, you have to save Caesar's daughter.
Yeah. Up the corner of the world. That could be like an obscure little corner of the world, like a rural village, basically. Horribly twists and also is tormented from every sort of threat emerge around you. And the head of darts thrown by lying or sneak through the shadows to survive. I don't know.
Final answers, please.
50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
It's got to
No,
be
wait.
one of these. One of these.
I'm going to say Dishonored again. Dishonored's going to be right at one time.
Yeah. I
Jane,
agree.
final answer?
I don't think it's Resident Evil 4. I'll be really gutted if it is a horror game. Wait, if it's Dishonored, what was the tagline for Dishonored, Andy? Use your mind. Go to your mind palace.
I can't remember.
Cast your memory back to when you were at probably Gamescom in 2000 and whatever year that was. 2000 and I want to say 14, 13, and Dishonored they're doing a Dishonored demo, except they wouldn't have the box up by then, so there wouldn't be a tagline. So,
Revenge solves everything.
oh, well, it's not that, is it? But Mike did say the sun is irrelevant. Revenge solves everything, was the tagline for Dishonored. The sun is, but it's Latin, so
Could be anything.
could be anything. They didn't have a word for the sun.
I'm sticking with Dishonored. Let's see how we go.
Jane, what are you going for?
This could be my chance to win a point back from Andy.
Could
Yeah.
be.
If Dishonored's not right.
Or
but,
it could be your chance to lose one if Dishonored's right.
yeah, but I'm already losing to Andy, so
That's true.
there's really nothing to gain by going with Dishonored as well at this point. I know that's the exact opposite logic to what I used before. But given the chance to save your daughter, will enter a world filled with nightmares to bring back. Could be Last of Us. Yeah, I mean, she's not your daughter,
But she is a
she's a daughter-like figure,
daughter
isn't
figure.
she? I'll be really mad if it is Dishonored, but now I've committed to not using Dishonored and doing something else. Has the chat already guessed it, Mike?
Yep.
Oh, chat! Why are you so smart, chat? Oh, Hive Mind.
Yeah.
Why can I not be part of you, Hive Mind? Let's.
Well,
join forces.
one person says something plausible sounding, and then 300 other people agree with them. That's
Or
not
300 people.
all of them
concurrently
independently coming up with the same.
independently come up with the right answer.
Wow.
But a lot of people are saying it.
Your lowest
Okay.
point, but given the chance to save your daughter, will enter a world filled with nightmares to bring.
Danny McNamara says Jane is filibustering.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. How
Just
much time
answer,
have we
Jane.
got? Okay. I don't think daughter is a mistranslation. I think there will be a literal daughter in this game, and I'm trying to think of games where you have a daughter, which is like there are a bunch of games where you have a daughter.
Yeah,
But
we've got 4 minutes and
oh my god, I'm
at least
blanking.
2 more questions, right?
We will get to the end of the quiz, but yes, we should definitely have a final answer.
Okay, fine, Last of Us. I don't think it's Last of Us, but I can't think of a game where you have a daughter anymore. So meh.
The answer is Evil Within 2,
Oh, I said that.
which Andy said at one point. It's a close
Oh,
translation-ish, but Latin is a mess, obviously. But
How
yeah,
is
save
the
your daughter.
Sun, the sun is.
The only way out is in. Apparently,
Oh.
the sun is.
I feel like you could translate the only way out is in into Latin. Those
Google
are
Translate
concepts that
can't.
must have existed in.
There's no way.
But
Oh,
I
the
tried to give you a
Latin-
clue
oh.
with World Filled with Nightmares because that was a direct translation, and
Yeah.
it is a horror game. But
It is a horror game. It's such a horror phrase.
yeah,
world
Andy,
filled
you were
with
so
nightmares.
close,
Andy.
and the chat
Will you
did
face
get it.
Adversity head
So,
on. with
Chatter in
darts?
the lead, right?
Yeah, Chatter on 12.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Andy,
Chat's
you're on
winning.
10. Jane is on
Chat's
7.
winning challenge of the week, everybody.
Dang.
All right, let's rattle through the last 2.
No.
Whip it on. Street among the 3 highest power and to control your neighbours. Blank, bring to the fight. Sunk in the city of sin, dirty sex, drugs and guns. This is the city. These are the rules.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's another Latin one.
Street
Last
among
Latin
the
one, I
3
promise.
highest power and sunken.
You telling me this isn't 50 Cent now, Andy?
Yeah, blood on
Okay.
the sand. Drugs and guns. This is the city. These are the rules.
Drugs on the sand. Yeah.
Drugs on the yeah. Whip it on.
Whip it on. It's a roller derby game.
Yeah.
Street among the 3 highest power and to control your neighbours.
Street among the 3 highest power.
I feel like it's Mafia 3 or something.
Yeah.
Street among the
organised
3
crime.
highest power to control your neighbours, bring to the fight, sunk in the city of Sin. I mean, is like Las Vegas traditionally, isn't
Uh-huh.
it? That's their official motto. That's what it says.
City of
As you
sin,
enter
dirty
the
sex,
city.
drugs and guns.
Yeah, that's what it says on the sign
Yeah.
as you enter.
So, what can I interest you in? Dirty sex, drugs, guns.
Dirty
These
guns.
are the rules, I will
Yes.
say.
We've got sex guns. We've got dirty
Yeah.
drugs.
Sex, drugs,
Yeah.
dirty drugs. Dirty
I will
sex,
say
drugs.
this. Whip
What?
it on is not actually far off what the actual tagline is.
Whip it on.
Even though it's been
It on.
translated to dead language Latin and back again.
Whip it on. Yeah, the Latins knew.
Whip it on.
The ancient Romans knew all about dirty sex drugs. Whip it on is probably like it's something decisive, isn't it? It's like break it off or
Put them
I
up.
don't know.
Or-
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Something commanding and decisive.
Among the 3 high. Is it one of the Saints Rows?
Show you're working.
Well, because of the power and the control and the sin, dirty sex.
This is the city.
Of which
These
Saints Row
are the
is known.
rules.
City of Sin, though. What games are
City-
set in Vegas?
Um,
Fallout New Vegas. Maybe.
Street among the 3 highest power, control your neighbours, bring to the fight. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very Fallouty. It's a bit like I'm too cool kind of blurb, not like a Fallouty kind of blurb.
I don't know. Seems like the sort of thing Todd would write. Todd Howard.
Do you think 3 highest power is like it refers to 3 factions?
Yeah, it might do. And there are factions in Fallout New Vegas.
But are there 3 of them?
Yeah,
Maybe.
no, several.
There's not much dirty sex in Fallout. I've got to be honest.
Well, you
Other
haven't
than
been doing
Chandler.
the side missions.
That awful Chandler mission as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't put the Chandler mission on the back of the box.
No.
I mean, you wouldn't get away with it. So
I don't know. I think
does anyone ever refer to like New Orleans as the city of sin? I don't feel.
no.
I
They.
think it's
I think
pretty
it's
strongly
referred to as the
Vegas,
city of
isn't
sin,
it?
dirty sex, drugs, and guns. Is I think the official.
City of Sin seems like a direct, like not even a translation, but just like a lift, and that's very specific to Las Vegas.
I think this feels more like a Saints Row blurb than a Fallout blurb to me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not a Fallout blurb. It's kind of, yeah, and it's a bit too in your face for Mafia, which Mafia likes to think it's kind of a little bit classy, doesn't it? It probably wouldn't put dirty sex, drugs, and guns on there.
Dirty sex, drugs, and guns.
Can I press you for a final answer?
Oh, yeah, it could be a Saints.
Is it Saints Row? That's my.
Wait. What's the redacted line there? Something bring to the fight. The Saints step up to the fight or something. Street among your three highest power and control your neighbors. The Saints bring to the fight. Sunk in the city of 36. These are the rules. I mean, I'm not gonna win by saying the same thing as Andy. So let's go Mafia 3. I don't think it is because I don't think New Orleans is described in those terms. And it's not New Orleans, it's New Marais, isn't it? In Mafia 3.
That could well be the city
It
of
could
sin, dirty
be
sex.
Rainbow Six. What's the Rainbow Six?
Rainbow
Six
Six
Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah.
You remember
Rainbow
all the,
Six, dirty sex.
The
yeah.
dirty
Yeah,
sex
you
scene
remember all the
was-
sin,
was-
dirty sex, drugs, and guns in.
Took
Rainbow
them ages
Six
to
Vegas.
take all the tactical kit off.
Let me undo the 37 buckles on this tactical vest.
All right. Okay. Final answers then.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready for either. I'll claw back a point, or
right.
Andy will
It
stretch
is
the lead.
Saints Row the Third.
No!
Do I get a point for saying Saints Row?
Yes, you can have a point.
Yes!
Wait, no! I said Halo, and I didn't get a point for saying Halo 4 when it was Halo 3. I don't think Andy
Oh,
should get.
I didn't realise I had to say which Saints Row.
Oh, come on! Of course you.
I
know
couldn't
there
really
are
ask you which
multiple
Saints Row because it would have revealed to Jane that it was
Well,
one
in
of the
that
Saints Row.
case,
All right,
I-
no points then. Chat definitely gets a point.
What?
No,
That's
I,
no!
I think I should retroactively get a point for Halo 4.
What?
No, half a point. And Andy only gets half a point for Saints Row instead of Saints Row 3.
All right. Fine.
Andy, tell me that's not fair.
That's fine. Yeah, works for me. So you're
I should
on
get a full
7.5 and Andy's on 10.5 and chat is on
If
13.
Andy gets a point for Saints Row when it should be Saints Row 3, I should get a point for Halo 4
Right,
when it's
okay.
Halo 3. That's just science.
Final question.
Oh wait, I just want to read drowning in sex, drugs, and guns. Okay.
Yeah.
Drowning in sex, drugs, and guns.
Yeah, I mean, that's a concept it would be hard to explain to...
Yeah. Oh, and the
People in
number
Latin
3.
times.
The number 3
Was the Third Street Saints.
Street Saints.
There you go. Final one. This is really tough. I'll be amazed if you get it, but
Okay.
it's technically possible. And it is, how will you survive? To be used and to be updated, you must scour your resources, process solutions, and use witnesses, not vinegar-seeking missions. Not easy at all.
Wow.
Vinegar-seeking mission?
Vinegar seeking must be like a Javanese idiom.
Yeah.
Like a very
Yeah.
specific, very flavorful.
What does scow mean?
Idiom.
What does...
Scow?
What
It
does
is a word,
scow-
right?
Yeah, what does it mean, though?
I mean, from context, it's like you must use your resources. You must deploy your resources. How will you survive to be used and to be updated?
A scow is a wide-beamed sailing dinghy.
Aha. You must
Oh,
wide-beam
oh, well, now it makes sense.
sailing dinghy your resources.
Process solutions.
I love processing solutions.
And use witnesses. Okay. I mean, witnesses, I was thinking LA Noire, but I don't think the tagline for LA Noire would be how will you survive,
Yeah, how
because
will
it's
you
not
survive?
that kind of a game. Your resources, process solutions, use witnesses, not vinegar seeking missions. What if your language had an idiom that was like vinegar seeking, it would be an idiom for like, what would it be an idiom for? Vinegar,
Like-
what vinegar seeking? If it
Yeah.
was
I don't know, seeking...
sourness,
Yeah.
like a pessimistic or something.
having ignored the difficulty thing
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
with the this having not easy at all in it, I'm leaning towards Bloodborne.
Oh.
Interesting.
I think witnesses is probably quite important, or it's a massive red herring and it's got nothing to do with the game at all. Yeah, actually, witnesses could be a different noun altogether. It could be weapons or something. Use weapons. Process solutions. Use witnesses. Not vinegar seeking
Not
missions.
Vinegar seeking.
Maybe vinegar seeking means easy. You know, as in like these are not easy missions, not easy at all.
Not as easy as pop into the cupboard to get some vinegar.
And get some vinegar, yeah, which is the definition of an easy mission, is where you go and get vinegar.
As a
to be
clue,
used. Yeah.
How Will You Survive, I think,
Yeah.
is pretty much a direct translation.
I mean, okay, so it's a game where you might not survive, which is like
Bloodborne.
most games. To be
'Cause
used.
we've already had a Dark Souls and we've already had Sekiro.
Yeah.
So
To be used and to be updated is so bland. Like this whole, apart from vinegar seeking, this whole blurb is very bland. Like it's got no, identifying features.
It's strange. The actual copy in English is strange in that it buries the lead quite.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, can you answer me
So
this?
it's 50 Cent. Blood,
50
Blood on the
Sand.
sand. Yeah.
Blood on the sand.
Mike, can you answer me this?
Yes.
Does the game involve boats?
Depends on your definition of a boat.
What?
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 Some kind of punting simulator.
What? Will you
Some kind of-
survive
Gondola sim.
Punting Sim 2020?
Emily says vinegar seeking equals basic.
Not basic missions, not easy
Yeah.
at all.
I've
Depends on
seen
your
there have been a smattering of people in the chat who've got it. Some of them before I revealed that the how will you survive tagline is pretty
It's
much a
almost-
direct translation.
Oh, so they're all off
Verbatim.
Googling how will you survive?
Yes,
tagline.
but there were a few before I said that as well, but not many. I don't think the chat is going to get a point for this one.
I reckon because there's not a lot of text, it's probably letting the images do the hard work.
Okay.
So
What
that's,
images might
that
those
might,
be?
That might. Well, I don't know, Mike. That's the problem. I think that's the only way you get away with having copy that's that like bland and non-specific. To be used and to be updated, you must scour your resources, process solutions, and use witnesses. Okay, so it's like a rule of three, right? So you need to do this, and do this, and it won't be easy. It will not be easy at all. You're going to stick with Bloodborne, Andy?
Yeah, I think it's wrong though. So
To be used.
scour your resources,
To be-
process solutions, and use
How will
witnesses.
you survive? How will you survive? How will you survive could be I've said it before, but it could be a tagline for literally any game. How will you survive? It could be like Dying Light or something. It could, and I'm only thinking of that because I've been thinking about Dying Light really recently.
Yeah.
But because I've been thinking about it, maybe Mike by osmosis has
We have
also
been
been
talking about
thinking about it.
But
To be used
that
and to
doesn't
be
necessarily
updated.
mean
It sounds like Among Us, doesn't it? Because it's process solutions, use witnesses.
Yeah.
But then
how
I
I'm
will
don't
not
you
think
sure
that-
Among Us has ever been in a box.
No,
would
I was going to
that.
say I don't think that's a boxed game, is it?
Right, we're looking for literal boxes. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have anything better than Bloodborne. So
Was the original copy all in caps? I don't know
Yeah,
what
I think so.
difference that makes.
It's a formatting. I don't
Interesting.
read too
It's
much
all
into
shouted.
formatting.
Okay, it's shouted. Imagine shouted. To be used and to be updated, you must scour your resources, process solutions, use witnesses, not vinegar seeking missions. Not easy at all. How will you survive? Oh, how will you
What is-
survive?
vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give us a clue. Give us a clue.
give us a clue.
Give us a clue. We both
Uh,
want a clue.
Why don't you give us a clue?
Yeah.
Lesser. I mean, I don't think scow is a direct translation, but in answer to your question about definitions of boats,
Hmm.
what about ships? What about the word ship?
Must ship your resources.
No, as in not in necessarily in that position, because I don't think
Oh, so-
it's. I'm saying it doesn't involve boats per se, but it might involve ships.
Like
Huh.
like a spaceship.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Sci-fi.
yes. That wiggle means yes.
Okay, so like a
Okay.
sci-fi.
How will you survive in space To be used and to be updated, you must scour your resources, process solutions, and use witnesses, not vinegar seeking.
Like a space survival game.
I think witnesses is a red herring because
No Man's Sky?
Yeah, but is that a survival game? Kind of a survival game, right? It could be like, what if it was
I
like
guess it's more of an exploration thing, isn't it?
Star Wars Squadrons or something?
Yeah.
Okay, spaceships. What kind of spaceship game would Mike put in this quiz?
That's a really good question.
What spaceship games? I mean, obviously, Mass Effect 3. No, Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 3.
Alien Isolation.
Mass Effect 3. Alien Isolation.
Because Mike bloody loves
it's
Alien
survival,
Isolation.
and it's a survival game. Yes.
Yeah, how will he
yeah.
survive?
Yeah.
Vinegar-seeking missions is probably alien acid
Yeah.
coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, I reckon Andy's got it.
Is that
I
your
think
final
it's Alien
answer?
Isolation. Yeah.
Yeah. With a lot of clues, it was Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a lot of clues. What's vinegar seeking then?
No idea. No idea.
Succeed in your mission.
No idea where vinegar seeking came from.
Weird. Okay.
Simply,
Underpowered,
I think it's
underprepared.
translated as easy in a lot
Yeah.
of different languages
Okay.
on
okay.
Google Translate. But yeah,
And
there you
use your
go.
wits.
As you said, Jane, the images were doing a lot of the work there.
It really was. I feel like that's just the placeholder text. You know when you do text in Photoshop and it's like Ipsy?
Yeah,
it's just
Lorem
Latin,
Ipsum.
And there's just like,
Yeah.
Lorem Ipsum. Yeah.
Okay, I am going to give you a point, even though I gave you lots and lots of clues.
Yeah. Did it.
Point
You
each.
got it right. All
Which
the best.
means the grand total scores are in third place, Jane with 8.5. In second place, Andy with 11.5. And
Chat.
in first
Chat.
place, Chat with 13. But to be fair, out of 18, like Chat didn't get them all. No one got them all. But they're good scores, I think. Well done,
All right,
everyone.
well done, chat.
Yeah.
Did very
Good
well.
job, chat. You
Yeah.
should be very proud of yourselves.
Yeah. I think my favourite thing from this entire thing is Street Housewives and Horrible Psychologists.
I agree.
I
Horrible Psychologist was excellent.
I
think chat's prize should be to press the like button now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your prize, yes, is to
You're
mash
allowed.
the like button in a giant
Exclusive
like spike
press.
at your own victory.
Yeah.
After three,
It's like a round of
2,
applause, but it's all
1.
thumbs.
Hit that like spike button. Yeah.
It's like a round of
Hit the
applause,
like
but
button.
you only do one clap. Yeah.
Well done, Hive Mind. Thanks for playing
job.
along as well. It was really good fun seeing the sort of the comments and things.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hive Mind. You're all right.
Unlike all those other hive minds.
Patrick Long thought it was vampire because apparently vinegar is associated with floating vampires in several Asian languages. And you
Oh, okay.
interview people for their backgrounds. I bet vampire. So that was the witnesses
Ooh.
thing. Marie G
Ooh.
donates and says, just wanted to show support. Thank you, Marie. And Jesus Andrade offers us some cash for their candy fund for Hello Stream. So thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, we are going to
Candy
need to get
Should
some
definitely
candies in.
order
Candies.
some
Speaking of
candies.
Hello Stream, why don't you pop that schedule up real quick
Yeah,
so we can just
let's
take a quick...
do that. Let's
I'm
talk
gonna
about what
get
we're doing
jelly
next
beans.
week.
I'm
So
gonna get
yeah, if
some
you enjoyed
gourmet
this
jelly
stream,
beans.
we're doing much more of this sort of thing
Yep.
with a focus on horror, obviously.
We'll be kicking off on Monday.
Yeah, kicking off next Monday. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for all the times and things for those. Fun things we haven't done previously include a movie watch along. The Brain That Wouldn't Die is a film that you will be able to watch on YouTube. It's public domain, so we can broadcast it, and we'll be chatting nonsense over the top of it and probably eating popcorn and things like that.
Jelly beans.
Yeah.
Also,
I demand jelly beans.
many jellies, yeah. Another thing we haven't done yet, surprisingly, is play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines on outside Xbox, and we will be
Yes.
doing exactly
So
that.
excited to play that game.
See why these two nerds won't shut up about it.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
I was streaming with Ellen this afternoon, and someone in the chat referred to it as our Kingdoms of Amalur, which I was.
it's true.
But at first, I was insulted, and then I was outraged, and then I was accepted.
Resigned to it, yeah.
Resigned.
Also, go to tinyurl.com/Hallow shirt, which was unbelievably not taken.
Yep.
People out here not making Halloween shirts, the idiots. And get yourself a Halloween shirt. It's cool, and you can remember the good Halloween spooky times.
Yep. And we are also doing another ambitious thing we're doing is a Heart Rate Phasmophobia playthrough. Who knows how it's going to go, but it's a co-op horror game. Ian Higton of Eurogamer claims it is terrifying.
Like a ghost hunting game,
yeah,
right?
ghost hunting
Even
game.
co-op.
So we'll
I
see how
still
that
need
affects
my
our heart
rate
rates.
monitor for
Yeah.
that. I
And
still need
then
to get one.
Halloween Oxventure, which I'm sure everyone's pretty excited about. We're excited about it. two-parter, big bumper Halloween Oxventure, 30th of October and 31st. First episode on Outside Xbox, second episode on Outside Extra. So that's looking pretty exciting. Do join us next week for that. It's going to be really good fun. And yeah, grab a t-shirt, which may or may not arrive for Halloween, but it's a great souvenir anyway. And we'll still look good.
Shipping times will vary.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our faces.
Hey, our faces.
Yeah. Shipping times may vary. What's that not coming from inside the house? It's the delivery man with your t-shirt.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. It's been really fun playing along with this. It was a fun experiment. I had fun putting it together. It was Google Translate's weird. In some ways, it's very, very impressive. In some ways, it is not impressive at all. It's really confusing. But yeah, please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and you're new to the channel. Welcome.
We will be back on Friday with some Among Us-ing on
true.
Outside Xbox and Outside Extra. You'll be able to watch from both Mike and Luke's perspectives.
Yeah.
But
so
before
we're
that,
playing like 8-player or probably 8 or 9-player.
Yeah,
right,
it'll be big games of Among Us. Before that, though, we've got a feature coming up tomorrow, haven't we?
Yes.
Which is about weird ways that games were censored, which is kind of an interesting subject. Some fun stuff in there. If you've never seen the version of Half-Life that was released in Germany, there's some footage of that. Well worth a watch. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye,
folks. Bye.
Bye.